People often ask me, what is the best country to move to? And the honest answer is there isn't one. There is no universal best country, only what fits you right now. Choosing the country without self-aware though often leads to disappointment. So instead of chasing rankings, here's how to choose a place which actually aligns to your life. Before choosing a country, get honest about why you want to move abroad. Is it for career growth, adventure, safety, or low cost of living? Or are you running towards something or away from something? If you don't understand your motivation, you're going to keep changing countries and you're going to still feel unsettled. A new country is going to give you some new opportunities, but it's not going to fix unresolved problems you have back home. Clarity comes before geography. Every country comes with trade-offs, no exceptions. Lower cost of living might mean more bureaucracy. More safety might mean higher taxes. And more freedom might mean less predictability. The real question is, what do you want and what are you willing to live without? Once you know what you can tolerate and what you can't, your options are going to narrow very quickly. Don't start by choosing a country. Start by defining a lifestyle. Ask yourself, do I want a fast-paced city life or something slower? Beaches or mountains? Strong social scene or more solitude? I've lived in different places, and what worked beautifully in one phase of my life felt exhausting in another. Your environment should support your daily rhythm, not being constantly challenged by it. When you prioritize your lifestyle, the location reveals itself. Language impacts more than communication. It affects confidence, belonging, and independence. Ask yourself honestly, am I willing to learn a new language, or will I only rely on English? Some countries you can use English at first, but other countries, when you want real integrations, real friendship, it requires learning the local language. This single factor can shape your entire experience living abroad, more than the weather or the cost of living. Understand the visa reality. Falling in love with a country doesn't mean you can stay there. Before committing emotionally to a country, research what are the visa options, the requirements, tax obligations, healthcare access, long-term residency paths. A place can feel perfect until your visa runs out and then you're forced to leave. Legal reality matters just as much as emotional connection to a new place. Cheap living means very little if you feel isolated. Ask yourself, what kind of community do I need? International, local, creative, or family-oriented? Some places are fantastic for short stays, but difficult for building long-term relations. The right country isn't just affordable, it's socially sustainable for you. Never move permanently without testing a place first. Go there and stay for a few months, not as a tourist, but as a local resident. Do stuff like normal life, grocery shopping, running errands, handling inconveniences. That is when you discover whether a country truly fits your life or it just looked good online. Choosing the right country isn't about finding perfection. It's about alignment with your values, your energy, and where you are in your life. And remember, the right country today might not be the right country forever. Growth changes people, life evolves, and that's not failure, it's awareness. Now, let's make this more practical, because once you understand your priorities, certain countries start to make a lot more sense. If you're looking for balance, affordability, and a slower pace of life, places like Portugal, Mexico, or Colombia can be a great fit. You get good weather, relatively lower costs, and a lifestyle that feels more human and less rushed. If your focus is career growth, structure, and high salaries, then countries like Germany, Canada, or Singapore might suit you better. These places tend to reward long-term planning, but they also expect discipline and adaptability. If you want adventure, cultural contrast, and personal growth, you might feel more alive in places like Thailand, Vietnam, or Morocco. These environments push you out of your comfort zone, and that's often where the biggest growth happens. If nature and quality of life are your priorities, then countries like New Zealand, Switzerland, or Norway offer incredible environments, but they also come with higher costs and sometimes quieter social scenes. And if you're looking for a strong expat community and easy transition, cities like Singapore or parts of Spain like Barcelona or Madrid can make the adjustment smoother. You'll find people from all over the world which makes it easier to build connections quickly. For me, this has never been theoretical, it's been personal. I grew up in Brazil. It's a country full of nature, contrasts, and energy. And of course, it's home. But at some point, I needed something different. So I moved to China, and that decision was more about professional growth, but also about curiosity. I wanted adventure, I wanted to experience the unknown, a completely different culture, and a different rhythm of life. And the chance to explore Asia and understand what it feels like on the other side of the world. And then there's Colombia. Colombia wasn't part of some long-term plan. It was actually an accident. I came here for 3 months just to improve my Spanish. And now it's been almost 5 years. Somewhere along the way, I fell in love with the energy of the people, with being in South America again, with the process of learning the language, and with immersing myself in Colombian culture. And that's exactly the point. None of these places were the best country. They were just the right countries for different versions of me. So instead of asking what's the best country, ask yourself, where would this version of me actually function well? At the end of the day, choosing a country is less about geography and more about compatibility. Now let me know in the comments below, what country have you thought about moving to? Have you thought about the pros and cons of living there? Have you done your research? Have you tested the country? Have you tried moving there as a tourist or living there for some time? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.